Welcome back to the Milestone Moment, where we take top producing realtors and ask them how they get started and then the thing that made it change for them in real estate. Today we have Tifa Sciore. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell us about how you got started with real estate.
I bought my house in COVID. That's how it started. I looked at over 250 homes. We wrote 37 offers, and I started January. When I found out I was pregnant. We won the bids when my son was 3 weeks old.
Wow.
It was an 11-month long journey.
A lot of chapters changing all at once.
Yes, and and throughout the process, I learned so much, and of course, it was the most insane market.
Right.
And I kept losing all these. There was in the beginning, we were looking at a lot of open houses, loved it, and later I was that very pregnant, ready to pop, going up and down.
Emotional as can be, doing an emotional thing.
Yeah, and I even became friends with a few realtors because they were like, "Oh my God, there she is again."
Yeah.
I was very small and I had massive, giant boy belly, and I was going up and down. They were like, "Are you okay?" And I kept losing, and I was like, "Why am I keep losing?" Of course, I wanted to understand it, and after looking at 250 homes, it's hard to turn off.
Right, that became your thing at that point.
And usually it's always, houses get listed. I see within 10, 15 minutes. In the beginning, there was no open houses. So I needed an agent that could book the first appointment, and then we had to put the first offer in.
Right.
So
give yourself the best chance that you could, right?
Right, and we were giving away our son's name, our daughter's name. We didn't know what we were having, and we even wrote love letters. It was... It was quite a challenge, and then it became a mission, so to speak.
What did you do before real estate?
Accountant.
Okay, interesting.
Yes,
Gosh.
I went to Foster Business School. I was an accounting and finance major, and I was really good at it. And before that, I majored in biology. I was going to be a doctor, and I found numbers much easier.
Got it. Yeah, interesting. Wow. Yeah. So, and obviously, just your experience personally had really shaped your transition into real estate. What is it that you love about it now and has continued to kind of drive the business?
So when I first started, I sold a house in November of 2023. Okay. I wrote my first offer 3 weeks in.
Okay.
As an agent. I did 27 open houses in my first 30 days.
Wow.
When I started, everybody told me it was the worst markets in history.
And you not knowing any markets, it was just the market at that point, right?
Right. But I mean, I didn't know that 2021 market.
Right.
Right. Compared to that, obviously interest rates were double, if not more than double. It was 3%, 2% to 8%. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to start with what I know, which was open houses.
Yeah.
I've seen so many, and everybody kept telling me, they're like, "Don't do it. It's 4% chance of capture. It's the bottom of the pool."
All right.
But I'm like, it's more than zero.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. That's a great attitude. I love that.
I'm losing out 96%, but there is 4% chance.
For sure.
It's not 4. So
I just had to play the numbers and get to as many opens that you possibly could.
I love numbers, and I started, when I started, again, when you're new, everybody give you advices, they keep throwing things at you, right?
Right.
The office I joined was Kirkland, and one guy was like, "Oh, I've been here forever. Wanted to do my open house in, I think, Sultan." And I'm like, "I have no idea where that is."
Right.
I grew up in Bellevue. I went to high school. I did all that stuff, right? I'm like, if I don't know, how can I? They're like, "Well, you're new. You should do it." It's like $750 or $850, and I'm thinking, all the prices that we bid it on.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it.
Right.
So I'm like, "Nope, I'm not doing it." They're like, "Well, if you're this picky, you're gonna fail." And
right.
And that was my challenge. That was it. I'm like, okay. They're like, "Well, if you don't join coaching, you're gonna fail." I'm like, okay, watch me. I'm like, let me just do it and see what happens. So 3 weeks in, a buyer walked into my open house. He said, "I want this house. Write me an offer." I'm like, okay. But we wrote 12 offers together.
Okay, wow.
So it was not as easy.
Right.
As
it wasn't
one
just
would
the first
think.
one you met him and it's done, right?
Right, yeah.
But
And
that was the turning point where you actually got to build rapport with him,
Yeah, and it was great. And I sat through so many inspection reports with him.
Okay.
It's 3 hours, line by line, me, inspector, and him. And, and he was my first client. I was very excited.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of push and pull, and he was 6%. By the time we bought it, it was 8%. And I did 4.5 million in sales in my first 90 days.
Yeah.
After him, there was a gap of like 3 weeks. Nothing was happening. I was doing a lot of open houses.
Mm-hmm.
It became, when I started summer, it became winter.
Yeah.
So I can't do 4 open houses anymore because it get dark at 5 p.m.
Right. Okay.
Right? Then I'm like, am I doing the right thing? What am I doing wrong? And boom, December 18, December 11, December 18, I had 2 offers. I couldn't find lenders.
Oh my gosh.
Because they were like, we're going to buy next summer, but kept showing us houses anyway.
Right.
I'm like, sure.
Right.
Then we want to see Adrian in Sammamish. I'll show you. Won this house. And December 18, couldn't find anybody.
Well, this is why we're talking. We're lucky, right?
Yeah. So,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, then I became, I'm like, all right, this is it. At least.
I mean, you've made your name on open houses. I mean, it's been outstanding and just, I can't even put to words how many open houses you've done. Do you track that like weekly or monthly or
I'm at 1,132 right now.
Okay, so you down to the number you had.
Number, yes,
1,132, and what period is that?
A year and a half.
What is that? You're an accountant. How many is that averaging per
like
week?
1.7 a day. 1.7 a day.
Gosh.
So it's not that much, but there are weekends.
No, that's. I think an average agent probably does 8 a month is what I would say. So that's on another level. And I guess your strategy, like, is there a process that you have at an open house? Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't, but being a buyer myself helped me tremendously.
Right.
If you have never bought a house, you can't really sell a house.
Sure.
And I bought in Eastside. My client's Eastside. I grew up in Eastside.
Right.
And, when I was looking for a house, I was pregnant, but I was looking at a house for my dog.
Yeah, okay, right. The backyard.
The backyard for the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I didn't care about the bedroom. I didn't care about the size. I just wanted a big backyard. I did care the square footage, just somewhere between 1,500, 2,000, very minimal.
Right.
Like, I didn't have any big lists, you know. So it's easy to talk to people. I'm a mom. I have a dog, a cat, and a 3-year-old. So, when most people that come to my open house, they're either single, just got married, or looking for the starter home or the next starter home.
You're trying to find some common ground to build on, right?
Common ground in which, I feel like at this point I speak the same language as most of my buyers.
Yeah. I love that.
So it makes it pretty easy. But also people know when you are genuine.
Right.
Yeah.
People...
I know what not to ask.
Sure.
I know the question I don't like being asked was, guess what's the question I hate the most? As
me.
a buyer.
How much is your commission? Is that the question you hate the most?
As a buyer walking in, when the agent asked me.
What's that?
How many bedrooms are you looking for?
Oh, okay.
It is my least favorite.
Interesting. Okay.
Because, if I come to a 3-bedroom house, obviously I'm looking for 3 bedrooms.
You would assume, right?
Right? Like, I'm not going to come to a 5-bedroom house looking for 2 bedrooms. Right?
Yeah,
that was
fair. Yeah.
That used to be my least favorite question.
Right. You're I'm not going to connect with you at that point, right? Yeah. You knew it immediately.
Yeah. It just seems like, they're not really. And, I was that buyer that I didn't want to get an agent, not because I don't want an agent. I just don't want to bother anybody.
Sure.
I just wanted to go look at open houses.
Yeah, just wanted to pop in, check it out, know what you're doing. Yep.
And usually it's much easier, right?
Yeah.
And so I know what the buyers are thinking.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah.
So this show, it's called the Milestone Moment.
Yes.
It's when everything changed in real estate is the premise. Do you have a milestone moment? Like, what's that moment where you knew real estate was for you, or it all changed? Or tell me about that.
Well, I would say that December 18, 2023, it was less than 90 days later I started, and I have 4.5 million in sales. And everybody kept telling me it's just luck, but I don't think it was luck.
And then you kept doing it and did it again, right? That's
yes,
amazing.
I used to call, day one, every single day for the first 60 days. I used to call 100 agents a day.
Wow.
To get an open house.
Okay.
And about 10 would respond.
Okay.
8 would say no.
Mm-hmm.
You see what
Especially
I'm going.
because inventory, obviously, there's more now, but then it was very hard to come across an open house.
I was brand new.
Yeah.
And my first open house was, I believe it was in Woodinville. It was like 1.5 million,
So
right
you didn't
across.
have any, but you know people. It was a whole thing. Like they didn't know who you were, right?
Yeah, and it was directly across from the house that I got to see but didn't put an offer in. The agent had that listing. She felt so bad for me. I kept losing. She's like, okay, I have a listing going live. I'm going to let you see it first.
Okay.
If you like it. I didn't like it. It was not for me.
Right.
But it was right across from it. I'm like, oh my God, look at this moment. I went door knocking. Little did I know it took me 1 hour to door knock 5 homes because it's 1 acre lots.
Right. You're
Right.
like, walk.
Walk. And I could not make it. My husband followed me, but I would walk to the drive-through and I'm like, I almost got bit by a husky.
Oh my God. Just all the real estate stories, huh?
Right, yeah. So then I'm like, everybody kept telling me, no, don't do it. So in New Year's Eve of 2023, again, everybody, I'm like, I've been in business for 25 years. Trust me, nobody's coming.
Right.
I did 12 open houses that weekend.
Wow.
Each of my open houses, 55 people. Like group, 55, 50 to 60.
Because you probably were the only one that had a home open. So you were
Nobody was doing it. Yeah, so then I'm like, you know what?
just
This is it.
do the opposite of what others are doing. And that's,
Yeah,
that's
I
a shame.
knew I just wanted to do one thing, and I was the one that was out there doing it every single day.
Yep.
I've done it
Consistency, yep.
Monday to Sunday.
Yep.
Yes, there were days I hated it. I really did hated
Yeah.
it. I'm like, oh my God, it's raining, and one person come,
Yeah.
and I wasn't getting paid.
But
Right?
you know it's the numbers, right? It's the numbers gave you, so you know. Yeah. the
Repair.
accountant side of
Somebody went as far as saying that I was I was chopping wood with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And they said, eventually you'll probably cut something,
Right.
but you are chopping wood with a baseball bat. I could give you a tool, join this company. I'm like, no, I'm good. But at least, but my answer was like, at least I'm chopping,
it. Right.
right? I
Sure.
could just be holding a baseball bat, but
Right.
like, what do I do?
Right. Yeah. Could
So I
be a
think-
lot worse, right?
Right, so that was my moment.
Do you have any advice for newer agents? Anything you'd pass on?
Um,
And I know you're still relatively new, but obviously you've got a ton of experience because you've condensed it into such a short window. But any advice out there?
you know, I would go back to my first 90 days. I had, I think, 10 buyers, 3 sellers, just open houses.
Yeah.
And, it's momentum, right?
Great.
And I didn't know what I was doing. Very green, no coach, no mentor either. I was just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I would just say go for what you know. And, go for what you know and go for what you can provide, like
Yeah.
above and beyond.
And you connecting with people is what you know, and obviously you just put yourself in that position as many times as possible, right?
In a year and a half, I took 3 weekends off.
Oh, wow.
My son was 1.5 year old, 1.5, 1.5 year when I started. Now he's 3.
Yeah.
And I have so much tremendous mom guilt by plan these around, nap time, tantrums, the whole thing. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like I don't have time to waste. But
Right.
I have never said no to my clients.
Yeah.
They want to see something in Bothell, and I was on a play date. This was like a month ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, maybe this is a Sunday I take off. They
Yeah.
sent a message at 1:30 p.m. They're like, can I see you at 2 p.m.? Sure.
Yeah.
We sold them a house in 2 weeks.
Wow.
But they were looking for a year before.
Okay.
And they
You
were
never
still,
know when the time is the time, right?
right.
Oh,
And
okay.
they still thank me. They're like, thank you for just dropping everything.
That's
And
amazing.
so I guess time management and prioritize what's important to you.
Yeah.
For me, it's family, and
Yeah.
time is important. And
But you're also providing for your family too, so that's the other thing as well, right?
yeah, and
Balancing
also
those things,
I
yeah.
want to be available 24/7 to my clients. And first offer I sent in was at midnight,
Right.
and because it just happened that way, right?
Yeah.
So I think just you gotta pick what you like. When people still tell me like, oh, you gotta do cold calling. Join my team. We call 9 to 12 every day. Can't cold call to save my life.
Right.
I did cold call realtors though.
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
for open houses,
But
but
you know, like what your strong suit is, and you just play to it. I think that's a huge amount of advice right there.
right, and I
Yeah.
don't want to. So if you don't want to, don't force it.
Yeah.
Open house might not be for everybody.
I like
I
that.
walked in open houses and I've seen agents in the corner watching Netflix. I'm like,
You're like, you shouldn't be here. What is the point, right? That's
yeah,
interesting.
it was one of the homes I showed like
Yeah.
2 months ago, and it
Yeah.
was so busy, Bothell, beautiful. This
Wow.
agents at the corner just watched a movie, and it was the same client that called me in 30-minute notice, and
My
I'm like,
goodness.
dude, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, whatever. Can I key in? Whatever. I'm
Just
like,
walk the house, whatever. Jeez.
do you have inspection? I don't know. I'm like, okay.
Just we'll be doing this on our own.
Yeah, I think maybe intentional about your time.
Okay.
You know, set up your goal, be intentional, and be authentic. Because there's so much info out there. You know, people find open houses from Zillow, Redfin, right?
Yeah.
And people are also like me when I was buying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we don't want realtor. I don't want to bother somebody unless they're gonna add so much value to what I'm doing.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Now it's 2025. Anything you're excited about for this year? I mean, we're halfway through the year at this point, but anything that you're excited about in your business? Anything changes coming up?
Well, as you know, it has slowed down, right? But not as slow as 2023.
Right? It's all relative. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, everybody's right now complaining it's so slow. I'm still doing my open houses. I am hoping to take more time off to spend time with my son.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he's 3 now and he talks so much, and
Right.
you know,
So fun.
trying to find that balance. And now I get to pick and choose open houses.
Right.
You know, I get listings before they go live. I get to see them when they be photographed. I get to spend my time, which is great. And I have a group of realtors that reach out to me for their open houses, and
you built that momentum, and you've kind of built that notoriety.
right. You have the trust, and you know who you are. And do you want to guess how many I've missed out of 1,132?
How many?
0.
Wow, that is a track record that I've probably never seen before.
I have crutches on the last 2 weeks. I still made it.
That's right. I mean, you're still making it happen, even with an injury. That's amazing.
It's just mind over matter, right?
Yeah.
You have to. What do you want to show as a realtor? For me, it's my commitment.
Yeah.
And I am going to be there for you no matter what. And I want people to think of me not just when they want to buy a house or sell a house. Like, you know, life changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I got connected to you. I saw your amazing ability to just show up and grind and doing more than I've ever seen. So I was like, gosh, who is this girl? I've got to get her on the show, number one.
Oh,
and obviously had to get you to, you've won a prize at our big annual event. So the Weekend Warrior is what you are already, and I'm excited to kind of watch your career develop. And I can't thank you enough for being on the show. Any parting words for our guests? Anything you want to pass on? Putting you on the spot on that one.
I just say, I'm still new. You know, I've done great amount of transactions. Yeah, I think 32, 33 so far transactions.
So great.
But I just say, do what you like. You know, it's a long game.
Yeah.
It's not a short game. Do what you like, and always put your clients first. But do what you like. If you like open house, do open house. If you like to cold call, do it better than everybody else.
I love that.
And if you want to door knock, be the queen of door knock or the king. You know, and if you want to be a podcast like Adrian, you're killing it. Yes, you just gotta do one thing that makes you happy
and do it to the nth level. I love that. Okay.
So that you become an expert.
Right.
Yeah.
That's such good advice. Well, we really enjoyed having you on the show. Thank you guys for joining us. And Tifa Sciore, thanks again.
Thank you for having me.